Alrighty then, let's go for the next one. Let us go for it. Oh no, it's still up here? Okay, Karina, time to walk on water. Time to continue being Jesus in Genshin. Oof. So, Cloud Retainer, Madam Ping, we're here. Any news on Zhongli? Wait, aren't we missing two Adepti? Well, Xian Yun banned Mountain Shaper from Mount Aokang for 3 days. So what about Mooncarver? The scheme to plant mint in one's abode was one those two fools devised together. When it comes to punishment, one does not discriminate. His banishment ends in 3 days as well. They must really fear her if they're actually following that. Let's get down to business. We have news of Rex Lapis. Isn't that? Yes, Rex Lapis' geopillar. It descended from on high this morning. It must have sent it for a reason, but it does not respond to our touch. Is he in trouble? Not necessarily. It could be a message only a specific person is meant to receive. You alone spoke to Rex Lapis before he left. So it must be for her. Give it a try. Let's go then. As you feel solid rock beneath your fingers, familiar voice. Come to the spring on Mount Chinshe. I have left an entrance for you. Well, seems like he might be over at Mount Chinshe. Just as one surmised, seems like Rex Lapis will not countenance our involvements in this matter. You're not surprised me in the slightest. He always had a soft spot for the traveler, after all. But be that as it may, we have served Rex Lapis for millennia now. In other words, I'm sure this has nothing to do with favoritism. He's probably just trying to protect us. That's right. So you mustn't let your guard down, even if he is by your side. Let's get going. We'll try not to keep you all waiting. The Realm of People. Lantern Ode of the Silver Moon. See, Mount Chinshe. There's probably not an easier way to get there other than going all the way over here. Ooh, that took a lot of health. Much more than I had hoped it would take. He should be around here somewhere. Whoa! Lightning strike! Oh.
かつては比類なき威風を振るっていた眼神が今や竹林で腰掛けに丸まって月桃を作っているとはな。
I could imagine that the once mighty Geo-Archon might end up so, sitting on a humble stool in the woods, quietly weaving moon lanterns. You really do look like an old man now. This is a Zhao lantern, not a moon lantern. Hmm? In ages past, when the gods waged war and the world was in turmoil, these lanterns were lit to guide fallen warriors back to their homes. Had you tarried in the mortal realm for but a little while longer, you might have become quite accustomed to them. Even so, it bears such a striking resemblance to the moon lanterns they used to offer up to the heavens. Could this truly be mere coincidence? Perhaps in some sense it is, yet in another it isn't. For instance, who is to say that some of Langan's magnificent jade did not become part of the very foundation upon which Liyue Harbor now stands? It is conceivable that this ritual was transmitted in such a manner too. Now, let's not let ourselves get carried away. For all its splendor, do not forget that in the end even Langan could not escape its heaven-sent fate. It's a pity that the little creatures of the world may never again lift their eyes to the moon, even should misfortune befall them. But you, Geo-Lord, now that you rule this realm, why take the trouble, not to mention the risk, to visit one who bears such profound guilt as I? Are you not afraid that you might be sullied by the curse of time that was laid upon me? There is no risk to speak of, at least not in comparison to that which you took when you defied the heavens all that time ago. As I have stated time and again, it was not I who defied the heavens. Geo-Lord, the ancient affairs of Langan have nothing to do with me, for I am but one of her deadly selves. Severed before her demise, my name is not Zibai, but Zijao. Surely you did not take us for one of the saints solely on the basis that we may all assume the form of white horses. Sorry to break it to you, but you seem to have found yourself the wrong white horse. Anyway, do tell me, what urgent matter brings you here? Very well then. I have come to ask for Zibai's shade. So the Geo-Lord has set his sides upon Zibai's human soul. And what is it that you intend to do with it? The world outside is changing. With the new moon's birth, the confines of the Shadow are gradually disintegrating. In other words, the heavenly soul is set to return. Consequently, strange phenomena have manifested within Langan's former domain, leading to the earthly soul's reappearance as well. The last of the trio, the human soul, is in your possession. Most intriguing. My intention is to gather all three so that an old friend may finally make her return. I must admit, it seems that some remarkable affairs are coming to pass in the outside world. Yet there is one thing you seem to have overlooked, Lord of Geo. Back in the day, it was you that freed me from that painting. And afterwards, I took up your arms in your name. Together we first subdued Chenyu Vale, then brought peace to Mount Qingshan. It was for this cause that the contract between us was made. But now that the debt has been repaid, what cause have you to expect my aid? Zibai and I have long been friends. Given that only that you were manifested from a corrupt desire within her divine form, but that you also possess a fragment of her soul, how can you purport to be the wrong white horse? I think you'll find that we are now as separate and distinct as any two beings ever were. What once shone with radiant purity has long become dust, and what you see is no longer what it was. O great Lord of Geo, should this still be unclear to you, I bid you take your leave. Seems that the fault lies with my own lack of consideration. As you wish, I shall let this matter rest. Wait, one moment. If you will, should this not be your opportunity to propose a new contract? The part where you make me an offer I simply couldn't refuse? Even those puny mortals know how to haggle when striking their bargains. Should you, the famed god of contracts, not likewise strive for success through negotiation? Come now, enough with the posturing. It's time to name your price. Oh, she wants to do this. She misses the contracts. Very well. I had in truth prepared a new contract for your consideration. I knew you would not come before me unprepared. She was hoping for it. You should know that I want for nothing, for I live in the mountains carefree and untroubled. Occasionally I find even sport in teasing the mortals who stumble into my presence. Then why persist in telling them those ancient stories? I speak of what transpired before the sky collapsed and the earth sank into itself. That is merely my way of passing the time. What of it? Would any believe, much less remember the ramblings of a mountain hermit? Those tales have long since spread throughout the mortal realm. Should my words prove insufficient, I invite you to see the world for yourself. To this end, I have found you a pair of trusty guides. The lantern rite is presently underway in Liyue, and should prove quite intriguing. So this, then, is the contract you have prepared for me. Think of it as a contract for a one-day festive excursion. Surely you do not hope to offer this in exchange for Zibai's shade. The foundation for my very existence for a little excursion seems a little steep, wouldn't you say? Why not see for yourself? You can always decide afterwards. The final determination, of course, shall rest with you. Is that so? Then perhaps this deal might not be entirely off the table after all. Well then, where are these guides of which you speak? Oh, it's Zhongli. We've been looking for you everywhere. We thought you might have gone missing. And this is? You're here. So these are my guides. Oh well. They certainly look the part, I'll give you that. Guides? Oh, you poor innocent creatures. The benevolent Lord of Geo has sold you to me. Which means that for the rest of this day, you belong to me. Context! Freaking context, please! What have you gotten us into? Situation is not as dire as that would sound. I ask only that you accompany my Adeptus friend on a tour of Liyue. And you'll help us after that? I would suspect that depends on how well you entertain me. Entertain you? Where would you like us to take you? Let's start with this Liyue harbor of which I have heard so much. Nowhere is quite so fascinating as a place teeming with little mortals. How come this Adeptus sounds so different from what Paimon imagined? Let's just play this by ear. We'll take care of it. Get ready to find out why they call Paimon the best travel guide in all of Tibet. Self-proclaimed best travel guide. We've arrived at Liyue Harbor. Not only is it Tibet's busiest port, it's also the beating heart of Liyue. So, dear Madam Adeptus, where would you like to go first? With humble fare and wine to sip, and comfort clothed and soul at ease, one eats and all the heart's ill cease. So we're heading straight for good stuff. Well, if you're in luck, because Paimon's an expert when it comes to food. There are two main cooking styles in Liyue. Li cuisine, which is all about the mountain delicacies, and Yu cuisine, which is centered on seafood. The most famous restaurants are Louis Li Pavilion and Xingyu Kiosk. Now Paimon started to drool because our only option is to try them both. 2 meals back to back. Both sound like excellent options to me. Are these the kind of establishments that most people might visit on a regular basis? Not exactly. Both Li cuisine and Yu cuisine are known for their pricey ingredients. Definitely not what you call budget. But don't worry. Think of this as Zhongli's little treat. Kind of putting Hu Tao in a tough spot here, Paimon. Aren't supposed to be pals with top Paimon? Sure, we can afford to spend a little more for more, at least. Just looking for an excuse to gorge yourself on someone else's expense? Hey, all Paimon wants to do is provide our Adeptus with the best possible experience here. Don't you want that too? Both certainly sound like wonderful choices. Just now, though, I happen to see a porter passes. Where might individuals like him go? Hungry porter. Oh, Paimon knows just the place. Main restaurant. Nothing fancy schmancy there, just tasty dishes with simple ingredients and a variety of different styles. More importantly, it's great value for money too. No wonder everyone loves it. The owner also happens to be a good friend of ours too. Even the name itself feels lively and down to earth. Let's make it our first. Great choice too. Alright, let's head over there right away. Wanmin Restaurant, here we come! First off, prune the tree! Prune it! Okay, done. Yume Mizuki! Nice, happy lantern rights. I did ask Miss Bingley to help arrange a commemorative photo shoot. You must be the photographer she had in mind then. We'll be bringing some lovely photos from this year's lantern rights. More relaxed. Try a second one. That one works. Let's get a good image of the background. Goodbye and happy lantern rights. One mean restaurant. One mean restaurant. Will we get a time of Xiangling cooking for our lovely Adeptus friend? Xiangling, Chef Mao, we're here. Oh, hello there. What a surprise to see you two. Welcome, welcome. There's Xiangling. Hey there, Paimon. We're a little busy today, so grab a table while you still can. I don't think I've met this lady before. Is she a new friend? You could say that. We brought her here for lantern. I see. Oh, hey there. Any friend of the traveler is a friend of mine, too. Don't worry, we'll take good care of you. Just order whatever you want. It's on the house. By the way, I'm Xiangling. I cook here at the Wanmin Restaurant. What's your name? Have you ever heard of the White Horse Adeptus? Of course. What about her? I am her, and she is me. What? You mean you're an Adeptus? The youngest cracked me up. Come on, Xiangling. We gotta keep up with the times. Heard of cosplay? It's like a role-playing game where you dress up as the famous characters and pretend to be you. Seriously, it's all the rage. It looks like this young lady's quite the expert. Your friends sure keep their figure on the pulse. Huh. Didn't know you were so tuned in. How come I haven't? You gotta listen to the customers. Didn't I tell you to spend less time chasing after wild vegetables and more time making friends? You're even more out of touch than I am. I like making friends too. Isn't that what I'm doing right now? You mentioned the costume. Is it alright if I still call you White Horse Adeptus? Of course it's alright, because that's exactly who I am. Okay. I can see you're really committed to the role. How about I call you the real White Horse Adeptus instead? You can call Paimon. In that case, you can call Paimon the real Mia. Guess that makes me the real Paimon. Yeah, right. You could have at least switched outfits. Nevertheless, I suppose it might be amusing to indulge in your little charade for a while, at least. Alright, go grab yourselves a table. I'll come take your order in a bit. I just jumped into the wheel. I did not mean to do that. May I ask if Miss Xiangling and Chef Mao are here? Yeah, just over there. Wait a sec, aren't you? What would you like to... Huh? You're... Hello. The one who broke stuff here at your restaurant a few days ago. I just wanted you to know how sorry I am. I honestly don't know what came over me. Please forgive me. Oh, it's you. You really gave me a fright that day, young lady. You didn't actually get food poisoning from our black back perch stew, right? He's come to say sorry. It's alright, Miss Lou. You must have been feeling a bit off that day. You're looking so much better now. Why don't you grab a table too? This one's on the house. No, I couldn't possibly. Totally okay. We all feel under the weather sometimes. Especially when we're away from home. Go on, find yourself a... Heck, looks like all the tables are taken. Want to come sit with us? We got our extra seat over here. Must be fake. Thanks, guys. So what would you like to eat today? Feel free to order anything you like. I should very much like to sample your renowned poisonous black back perch stew. It wasn't poison, that was all on me. So that's one portion of black back perch stew. How about you guys? Since it's on the house, why don't you choose first? Sure thing. Looks like Paimon's having trouble making up her mind. I guarantee you'll love it. Since the black back perch stew is on the spicier side, I guess it makes sense to balance it out with a serving of stir-fried shrimp. Since Lantern's right season, you'd better try a triple-layered consomme and come and get it, too. Those are our seasonal specialties. As for the carbs, we've got a full table. How about some right at home along with our special chili minced cornbread buns? Trust me, you won't be disappointed. Then for dessert, I'll whip you up some Lucky Snow Delight. Just came up with it a few days ago. I can't wait for you to try it. Sounds like quite the feast. Looks like Paimon's in luck today. Am I the only one who thinks that's way too much? Not at all, don't worry. I know what I'm doing. And to top it all off, our star dish, Adeptus Temptation. You should know that we don't often serve this here at One Man Restaurant. But since this is my first time cooking for a White Horse Adeptus, I'm pulling out all the stops. Just sit back and relax. I'll have your dishes out in no time. Hold on, did I just hear Miss Xiangling mention the White Horse Adeptus? You did indeed. You're looking right at her. That's a joke, by the way, she's cosplaying. I almost believed you there for a moment. Tell me, little one. What business might you have with the White Horse? It's a long story. Basically, a while back, I took part in an archaeological dig over at the chasm. While we were there, we discovered a number of relics. Our findings show they dated back to the era of Longan, an ancient nation whose people are said to have been the ancestors of some of the modern-day inhabitants of Chenyu Vale. And why might such matters concern the White Horse? Because some of those relics not only seem to contain textual references to her, but even depictions of what she looked like. There have long been legends claiming that the White Horse Adeptus was a deity of that era, but there are plenty of other theories out there too. If I could just locate some more detailed records, I'm sure we'd be able to find out so much more. So you're into history? Well, I'll tell you the truth, I actually joined the archaeological team by sheer accident. But once I'd started down this path, I knew that I wanted to make something of myself. Recently, though, things seem to have taken a worse. Still can't believe I caused such a mess and even ended up hurting someone. So you're considering becoming a martial artist now instead? No, I mean they weren't seriously hurt, it was just a few scratches, and they let it go after my mother compensated them. You know, that really wasn't your fault. Either way, my career is pretty much over. And even though both the victim and Ministry of Civil Affairs say they won't be pursuing the matter any further, my father says he's going to punish me according to our family rules. Family rules? He's decided to ground me. I'll have to return to Chaoyang Village after Lantern Night. And goodness knows when I'll be allowed to leave again. That's harsh. Sounds like the kind of thing only rich, super traditional parents would do. Not exactly rich, though. All we own are a few tea fields in Chaoyang Village, guest house in Liyue Harbor, a guest house. It isn't Baiju Guest House, is it? Yep, he's my grandfather. So you've heard of the guest house before? Small world, huh? Come to think of it, didn't Boss Lee mention something about hoping that the White Horse Adeptus would show up and let her divine power be known? Well, she showed up, alright. I'm guessing this wasn't exactly what he had in mind. Shush. But what it sounds to me like your family is rather well off after all. What then drew you to archaeology? Why subject yourself to unnecessary hardships? Even if I stayed at home, there's no guarantee I'd live a nice, easy life. Just look at my father. Recently, my grandfather put him in charge of the guest house, and he came up with a bunch of ideas right away, starting with changing its name. That didn't turn out well, though. My grandfather yelled at him for days, even calling him a bad son. And they still haven't let it go. Paimon thinks we might have heard about that too. Long story short, being dependent on others is never fun. You just end up being completely under their thumb. That's why I want to make it on my own, no matter how hard it is. After all, as saying goes, to rise above others, one must endure the hardest of hardships. What's so funny about that? You poor, innocent little creatures never fail to amuse me. To think you would endure all manner of hardships in your brief time on this mortal plane, and ultimately rise above others. I would have thought that the wiser path would simply roam this world as I do. Tell me, what is it you truly delight in? Archaeology, martial arts, tea planting, or perhaps the keeping of the guest house? What I delight in? Surely there must be something you don't find quite so exhausting. Whatever delights you should not feel like a burden. If you don't enjoy what you're doing, then why are you doing it at all? You should always enjoy everything you do, for time is limited for us. But do things like that really exist? Yes. Everyone has hobbies that they enjoy. Hobbies, things that they just want to do, story writing, drawing, there's lots of stuff. Take Miss Xiangling, for instance. I defy you to detect even a hardship on her face when she wields her wok and spatula. So since it seems you're resolved to tread the rocky path, you should strive with all your might to pursue that which brings you delight. You mean, like cosplay? I suppose you might say that. Looks like the White Horse Adeptus is really getting into her role. I think I get what you mean. Maybe I should have a chat with Miss Xiangling before I head home. Sorry to keep you waiting. Here's your food. Oh, smells so good. Why didn't I try that famous poisonous stew? Hey, didn't you hear what Xiangling said? It wasn't the stew. If anyone's to blame, it's the other you. Ooh. What's up? How fiercely this mortal fare burns upon the tongue. She likes it. You and the others devour the food set before you. Once you've all finished, Lu Xiangshang stays behind, talk to Xiangling, the rest of you make your way to the streets and discuss the next stop on your one-day trip to Liyue. I really wish they would extend that timer so people can actually read. Most satisfying as poisonous stews go. So where to now? Time, I think, to seek out some diversion. There's plenty of entertainment options in Liyue. Paimon will tell you that the locals like to drink tea, walk their pets, play chess, watch operas, attend storytelling performances. Storytelling performances? You know, like listen to people telling stories. They're usually based on old Liyue legend, just like their operas. Stuff like the Divine Damsel of Devastation, Through the Eyes of the Dragon, or the Sanctification of Taudo. What about the story of the bright moon that sits in the sky above us? Paimon doesn't think she's heard that one, so the moon does come up quite a lot. It's even in the name itself. The U in Liyue actually means moon. Since we're on the subject, you like telling stories of yourself, right? Why don't we go check it out? In that case, I'll have to trouble you two to lead the way. Third round knockout, here we come!